Welcome back. This video is gonna about, as you can see down the title, it's gonna be about Jaguar E-Pace, which is the brand new SUV from Jaguar and their first compact SUV. I just want to make this video because about 4 weeks ago, I were at the world premiere, or it was actually a week before the world premiere, at the launch of the Jaguar E-Pace. I were there with Det Bare Biler, which is linked down below. It was an amazing experience. We came there to hear about the Jaguar E-Pace, to hear about Jaguar a little bit in general, about the history, and especially when Jaguar got bought and the F-Type came out. Of course, changed the whole business again, and it's why we've seen all the success that happened today. So it was an awesome event, awesome people, and great leaders of the company without a doubt. Got to drive the car, which was amazing. And to be fair, it's clear to me that it actually looks way better in person. So without further ado, let's get into it. We see car manufacturers right now making SUVs like never before. Lamborghini, for example, they just came out with the Euros. Now, of course, it's been in the works for like five years or many years. But a supercar company like them, like Lamborghini, when they're making a SUV, you know it's a big market, and the market is just growing and growing. So the Jaguar, this is their second SUV. Right now they have the Jaguar E-Pace, which have done exceptionally good. The F-Type have done really good. Definitely here in Denmark is the most sold Jaguar. Way more sold than the F-Type. Now I'm not sure how it is in other countries around the world. Jaguar's first SUV, the F-Pace, have done really good, and it's also been a very good SUV. So now, me personally, to be fair, I've actually always loved the F-Pace. The only thing I've never been a fan of is the back of it. I've never been a fan of it. I know why. I've just, to be fair, almost to the point where I hate it. Of course I don't. Overall it's a beautiful car, but if you have to nitpick, I've never been a fan of the back, because I think it's too narrow. Now it's mainly because of the tailpipes. The tailpipes are so close together that it looks more narrow than it maybe is, and I've just never really liked that. Now the front of the F-Pace is, and it's clear to see that the F-Type, they made that as a flagship, and then the design of the F-Type is going down through the other models. The front end of the F-Pace and the E-Pace, you can clearly see the F-Type. And at the launch, they really put a lot of focus on that. They have taken a lot of the F-Type in the E-Pace, and it's also very clear. The back of the E-Pace is phenomenal. I'm just being honest. I'm very biased when it comes to cars. Nah, maybe not. I love every car. I really do. But I'm not afraid to say my opinion. And I don't like the F-Pace back end, but the back end of the E-Pace is phenomenal. It's Jaguar's first compact SUV, so it is, by name, of course it is going to be lower and smaller. And by lowering it, not only does it look wider, but they also made it wider. And the main thing, with the F-Pace, the tailpipes made it look so narrow, but the tailpipes on the E-Pace makes it look so wide. It looks so much better. I will actually pick the E-Pace before the F-Pace. Moving on to the interior of the car. Within the car, it's typical Jaguar. Jaguar is excellence, it's luxury, and it's also performance. Now, the one thing you will see that is a change in the E-Pace is the gear lever. As you can see, is it's kind of like a stick, and that is taken straight out from the F-Type. Because normally in Jaguars you have this circle that pops up, and then you twist on it to shift the gears. You see it in Land Rover and Range Rover as well. Of course, they're under the same building. They have taken the F-Type gear lever, and then the E-Pace. Reason being is that the E-Pace is just that little bit more sportier than the F-Pace, and it's a bit more compact. So putting that in there just to showcase, hey, this is about more sporty, because it gives away a sportier feel when you shift gear with that gear lever than if you just turn on that the normal gear lever that's in the Jaguar. One thing I noticed as well is that the bonnet bumps up, just as you see, for example, in the BMW M3. Now I noticed this as immediately as I got out in the car and drove it. And it's just a small thing, but for me those small things really put it all together, and I loved it. So last but not least, I really quick want to talk about the driving experience. So the first thing we just said wow to when we drove the car is the steering feel. It is, now I haven't driven, the only Jaguar I've ever driven except this is the Jaguar XE, so I can't really compare it to anything else. When you get into an SUV, you don't really expect it to be sporty. You don't expect it to be a great driving car. Now, of course it is, because it's a new car, so it's going to be a good driving car, but you don't expect that to be. You expect an F-Type to be that. You maybe expect the XC to be that. But when you get in the SUV, that's not what you don't think of it that way. But the steering was crazy. And again, that's the focus they're putting in to make it a more sporty and compact SUV as it is. I just really quick want to showcase my thoughts about the Jaguar E-Pace. It was an awesome launch. It was awesome to get out and drive it. I really liked it. I really did. And I think you also have to see it in person before you can really appreciate it. The differences they have made, of course the design is almost totally different than F-Pace, but there are so many small different adjustments that you really can't capture on video or pictures, at least in my opinion. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, but I promise you within a very short time a lot of exciting cars gonna appear on my YouTube. Really looking forward to it. It's a brand new M5. So yeah, I don't want to say anymore. Hey, if you like the video, please like, that would mean a lot to me. Please comment, that would be awesome. And of course subscribe if you feel like it, that will mean a lot to me. Other than that, thank you very much and see you in the next one.